I revisited the 2003 Cat in the Hat movie. It's a movie with a lot of hate and mixed opinions, and I truly think a lot of people have gotten mixed up. People say that it was horrible because it didn't match the books, but recently it's been gaining a lot of traction on TikTok as if it's some sort of meme. After this movie got released, it was so hated to the point where Dr. Seuss's widow made sure that none of his books would ever get a live-action adaptation again, which can pretty much display how horrible the movie seemed. This movie was released in 2003. It was based off one of the most famous children's books ever. I think if you went to nearly everyone on Earth and asked them if they know about the Cat in the Hat, they'd say that they know. So I'm guessing you can tell that the expectations were high just based off of what I said, and they failed many people's expectations. And to prove that, I'm going to be reading some reviews right now. You can see this critic saying the Cat in the Hat is dog food. This other one says too mature for kids who are reading the book. This is one of the most harsh ones I've seen. I went out of my body. Jesus Christ, what was that? I usually enjoy watching bad movies. This sums up a decent amount of the hate that the movie was getting. Is Dr. Seuss rolling in his grave yet? But there are some good sides to it too. You have many people leaving great reviews. This guy essentially is saying that the Cat in the Hat changed his life. This guy mentions that the critics were wrong about the movie, and this guy mentioned that the humor was always on point and it's one of his favorite movies of all time. And there's also many memes on TikTok. This guy's saying that there's a theory that the Cat in the Hat is a species of Pennywise, and instead of feeding off fear, he feeds off of chaos and fun. These types of memes have been going on for around a week now, which is why the movie has gained back so much traction after so long. So you can see that this movie had plenty of mixed opinions, and on top of that, the movie has been getting meme like crazy. So after seeing all these edits and the movie regaining popularity again, I wanted to rewatch it again. After rewatching the movie after like 10 or so years, one thing I can say is we all remember it, and that's what matters. People love it, people hate it. Personally, this movie destroyed the box office in my house. I remember I'd watch it multiple times with my family, and that's what matters. It was an iconic movie. It's impressive for a 23-year-old movie to still be talked about whether if it's good or bad. It just means it's still relevant. Now we gotta talk about Mike Myers, because this movie wouldn't be what it was without him. When you think of Mike Myers, you're probably going to be thinking of Shrek or Austin Powers maybe if you're a bit older. But this was one of the most odd performances that he's ever given. You see, he's not just trying to play the cat. It's just him being him for 90 or so minutes. He's throwing random one-liners, he dances whenever he feels like it, and he occasionally broke the fourth wall, saying things so out of character that you just can't help but let out a chuckle.
Dirty hoe! I'm sorry, baby, I love you.
It's almost as if he's the one in charge of the movie, as if he completely wrote the movie, produced it, and just did whatever he wanted with it. The funnier part is he wasn't expecting this movie to be seen as one of his most iconic or talked about roles ever. The path he took to even end up playing this role is what makes it so crazy. Before the movie even started, Mike got into a major altercation with Universal Studios, because he backed out of a movie that he was supposed to make. And instead of going back and forth with Mike, Universal Studios decided to reach a settlement with him where he stars in the movie The Cat in the Hat. That's right. So one of the most weird and overhated movies with plenty of mixed opinions exists because of a courtroom settlement. And the process of filming this movie, according to what Mike Myers went through, genuinely sounds like a nightmare. Every day the makeup crew and cosmetics crew would spend hours just trying to transform him into the cat. They'd have him wear a massive fursuit and many prosthetics for a long period of time. It was so exhausting for him, where they'd have to drive him around the set in a golf cart because his costume was so uncomfortable. Like, imagine having to play a movie because of a courtroom settlement, and on top of that, you have to get prosthetics put on you, makeup put on you for hours, and getting things glued onto you, and having that same energy for every take. And that is just another thing that makes this movie so memorable. It's just Mike Myers doing whatever he wants to do because he's so frustrated. Throughout the movie, he was improvising and adding whatever joke he wanted to say, which is why the cat feels so out of character sometimes. It's almost unpredictable. Like, one second he's saying something completely out of the books, and then suddenly he switches and starts improvising on whatever he wants to do. Then he's singing or dancing and saying things that you would never see in a Dr. Seuss movie. You see, whether or not you think it works or if it doesn't work, it's a performance that you simply won't forget. We don't need to pretend that this movie is perfect, and I won't either. If you watch this movie for the sole reason to expect that same feeling you're getting from the original Dr. Seuss books, yeah, this movie doesn't necessarily aim for that. It was chaotic, and deep down you could tell that this necessarily wasn't really something that Mike Myers really wanted to do. He kind of just wanted to get it over with from what it seemed like. He didn't aim for that children's audience, and neither did the whole production crew, and that's fair. People judge it because it's not the movie they were looking for. You see, they were looking for those traditional Disney movies that will always have you hooked onto and looking for excitement. But instead, we got something that maybe falls into the category of like Deadpool, but for children. It received a lot of hate, but it doesn't make the movie bad or worth watching because it's so hated. I simply believe that it had a major difficulty in understanding which audience to properly hit. And I do think it's hilarious that it's being brought back with TikTok memes all of a sudden, and these edits that make him look like he's some sort of powerful god tier character.
Scream and run.
Looking back, one thing I can't stop laughing at is the same internet that left horrible reviews about this movie is now posting about it every day and giving us a good laugh. After rewatching this movie, I might be blinded by nostalgia. Maybe my sense of humor sucks, but I would love to watch this movie a few more times and have a good laugh, rather than watching something that I would have trouble remembering just a few days after. And that's another reason why people still talk about it 23 years later, because it aimed for that unforgettable, ridiculous, shock value type of feel, rather than what you usually see in these children's movies. And that's how I feel after I watch Cat in the Hat. If you made it this far, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and leave a comment below on your opinion on how you felt about the movie.